It was a cold October night, the kind of evening that would typically keep car enthusiasts at home, but not us, not that night. My friend had planned something special, a birthday celebration that would become more than just a simple night out. I'd been passionate about my Audi RS5 for a year, and he knew exactly how to mark the occasion. "We're going to Caffeine Machine, the hill," he said. "You're going to love this place." I remember stepping out of the car, the crisp autumn air biting at my face. But the moment we approached the hill, something changed. Despite the cold, the parking lot was alive, packed, every space filled with an incredible array of Audis, from classic Quattros to the latest RS models. This wasn't just a car meet, it was a celebration of automotive passion. When Phil McGovern transformed this old pub at Warwickshire back in 2018, he created more than a venue. He created a community, a place where every automotive tribe could gather, share stories and belong. But something's changed and we need to talk about it. That cold October evening was my introduction to something extraordinary. Little did I know, it might have also been a glimpse of a golden age that was slowly fading away. In those early years, the hill was electric. That Audi RS evening I experienced wasn't unique. It was the standard. Weekends were packed. Weeknights weren't much different. People would drive for hours, sometimes crossing multiple counties, just to be part of the experience. An Audi night meant Quattros as far as the eye could see. Classic Quattros parked next to the latest RS models. My RS5 sat comfortably among its siblings, each car telling its own story. Mechanics would discuss technical details, photographers would capture every angle, enthusiasts would share stories about their builds, their journeys, their passion. This wasn't just about showing off cars, this was about connection. I remember the conversations that lasted hours. Strangers became friends over shared experiences with turbo lag, quattro grip, and the distinctive sound of a 5-cylinder engine. The cold didn't matter, the late hours didn't matter. What mattered was being part of something bigger than ourselves. But success has a way of changing things. The hill became so popular that expansion seemed inevitable. First came the Bowl in Bedfordshire, then the Hut in 2024. 3 locations sounds like growth, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth about automotive communities. Accessibility isn't always a good thing. When the hill was the only option, there was an urgency, an exclusivity. That cold October night, people braved the weather because this was the place to be. There was no alternative, no backup plan. You came to the hill or you missed out. Now with 3 venues, something fundamental has shifted. Choice has become an enemy of community. Let me give you the perfect example. I recently attended another Audi specific night at the hill, expecting to relive the birthday magic. I arrived with anticipation, but instead of wall-to-wall RS models and the Quattros I remembered, the prime parking spots were dominated by Volkswagen Ups. Not that there's anything wrong with a VW Up, every car has its place. But when a brand-specific event loses its focus, when an Audi night becomes a general car meet, you have to ask, what's going wrong? Are we witnessing the dilution of the dream? Are they victims of their own success? When you have 3 venues to fill, does the quality of each event suffer? Does the specialness get spread too thin? The pressure to fill 3 venues is revealing deeper issues. I've been talking with some fellow enthusiasts across various driving groups, and the conversations are telling. It's not just my observation, it's a collective concern. Take our recent experiences. You turn up to an event supposedly dedicated to a specific mark or car type, and suddenly the inclusivity feels compromised. I've heard countless stories of enthusiasts feeling sidelined, An Audi night with more random cars than Audis. A performance car meet where the most exciting vehicle is a stock family hatchback. But it's more than just the cars. Even the staff tell a story of change. Remember when the team wore those bold, bright t-shirts, each one distinctive, team member, team leader, manager, with a sense of personality that matched the venue's spirit. Now, corporate branded uniforms, plastered with Karcher logos. It feels like a sellout, a visible symbol of how far they have drifted from what made Caffeine Machine special. These aren't just isolated incidents. There's a systematic dilution of what made Caffeine Machine special. The focused experience has been replaced by what feels like a desperate attempt to fill parking spaces. And here's the thing, the automotive community isn't sitting idle. We're voting with our wheels. Venues like Gasoline Juice are gaining traction. The Motorist up in Leeds is becoming a serious alternative. These aren't just replacement venues, they're what Caffeine Machine used to be, focused, passionate. The conversation in our driving groups are brutally honest. We're not looking for perfection, we're looking for authenticity. The magic of the hill was never about how many cars you could pack into the space. It was about the depth of the experience, the genuine connection. Now it feels like we're watching our beloved venue slowly compromise its soul for the sake of corporate sponsorship and occupancy rates. From team t-shirts to staff uniforms, from carefully selected events to desperate space filling, something fundamental has been lost. Automotive communities are resilient. We don't accept decline, we seek out alternatives. We create our own spaces when existing ones lose their way. And right now, that's exactly what's happening. The question isn't whether Caffeine Machine will survive. The question is whether it will remember what made it worth surviving in the first place. The automotive community isn't asking for perfection. We understand that businesses need to grow, that success brings challenges. What we're asking for is authenticity, for the soul that made the hill special to be preserved, not sacrificed for expansion. A cold October night taught me something important. It's not about the venue, it's about the feeling, a sense of belonging, a shared passion of being part of something bigger than ourselves. We need venues like Caffeine Machine to succeed. The automotive world is becoming increasingly digital, increasingly isolated. Physical spaces where real connections happen are more important than ever. But success without soul is just expansion. Growth without purpose is just business. This isn't about criticism for the sake of it. This is about preservation, about remembering what made Caffeine Machine special in the first place. The solution isn't complicated. It's about listening to the community that made you successful. It's about understanding that a venue is more than just a location. It's a feeling. It's about remembering that cars are more than just metal and engines. They are stories. They're connections. They're the reason we brave cold October nights to be part of something special. Phil McGovern and the Caffeine Machine team. We're not your critics. We're your community. We want you to succeed because your success is our success. But we also want you to remember why we fell in love with this place in the first place. Cold October evening was more than just a birthday celebration. It was an introduction to a community, a passion, a way of life. It showed me what automotive culture could be when it's done right. The automotive world doesn't need more venues, it needs more soul, more connection, more moments that remind us why we fell in love with cars in the first place. This isn't the beginning of the end for Caffeine Machine, it's a call for action. For the venue owners to remember their roots, for the community to support what we love, for everyone who believes that places like the Hill matter. The story of Caffeine Machine isn't over. It It's just waiting for its next chapter. And maybe, just maybe, the next chapter will be recapturing the magic of that cold October evening, when everything felt possible. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, ciao!